All right, we're going to try to get you going. We're not going to do all those problems that you had questions on, but we'll do a few of those and see if you can't get it figured out. Basically, you're just going to be doing lots of factoring. So to begin with, like on number 10, you need to factor this. Okay, on the numerator, you can pull out a GCF. So you'll have a 2x minus 4. In the denominator, you can pull out a 4. So you're left with a 4 minus x. Okay, as soon as you are multiplying by something, like here the 2 is being multiplied or the 4 is being multiplied, you can cross things off that will reduce. And so like this 2 and 4 can reduce to a 1/2. This x minus 4 and 4 minus x, if they were identical, I could reduce them. They aren't quite because they're the wrong sign. The x is positive in one, it's negative in the other. Same thing with the 4s. We can fix that, if you remember, by pulling out a negative 4 instead of a positive 4. Then, when you pull that out, this isn't going to be a 4, it would be a negative 4 left, and this would be a positive x that's left. That works great because now the x's are the same sign and the 4s are the same sign, so you do get to cross those off. Then you take your 2 4s and reduce it at a negative 1/2. Okay, that's number 10. Basically, when you're just simplifying like this, you just have to factor them both and cross off what you can. 15 was another one you had a question on. Same deal. We got to factor it first. So the numerator is a sum of cubes. That's the cube root SOPs. So cube root, keep the same sign. And then the SOPs, always looking back at this binomial here, you have an x squared, opposite sign, find the product, plus sign, square it. In the denominator, you have a difference of squares. That's the one that factors exactly the same, except one's a plus and one's a minus. You just square root each number. So it's x plus 3, x minus 3. What you're looking to have happen are getting quantities that are the same. So like this x plus 3 and x plus 3, they get to cross off. Nothing else reduces, so you just write the leftover. Okay, let's move on to some of the multiplying and dividing type of problems. This was 65 that you had a question on. Okay, it was a division one. Remember that for the division that you change that to multiplying by the reciprocal. So I'm going to change this and flip this one, the second part of it. But I'm going to factor as I go to kind of save a step. So I'm going to start with this numerator. You've got to factor. Factors is 6. I'm going to try a 2x and a 3x. Factors of 1 are 1 and 1. My signs the same. They're both pluses. I get a 2x and a 3x. That's my 5x. Denominator, let's pull out a GCF. You can pull out an x squared. And what's left is a 4x minus 3. And then I come over here to this side, and I'm going to flip it. What was on the top is going to go to the bottom. What was on the bottom is going to go to the top. So this one on the bottom, let's start by, and I'm going to change it to multiplying here, and I'll factor this. So set it up. Factors of 1 are 1 and 1. Factors here are 3x and 1x. I don't have any options. That's what it's going to have to be. My signs are the same. They're both minuses. I get a negative 3x and a negative 1x. Well, that doesn't actually work because that doesn't match here. And there really aren't any other things that I can try with this. So I'm actually stuck on that one. I can't factor it, so I just have to leave it there. So I'm just going to leave 3x squared minus 2x plus 1. Okay? Now I'm going to take this numerator and factor it and put it into the denominator. Hopefully it'll work better. I still have 3x and 1x. I still have 1 and 1, but this time my signs are going to be different. I'm going to want a negative 3x and a positive 1x for that to work. Again, once you have everything factored, you're looking for like things to cancel out. 3x plus 1, 3x plus 1. Everything else is stuck there, so you'll just write everything that's left over. I'm kind of running short on time, so I'm going to let you finish that out, but you would just write your 2x plus 1 and write this whole quantity over this whole thing and this quantity. Okay, that's probably all I have time for. Hopefully that gets you going.